Guys, you're back here with Credit Connect. Remember, I'm still dropping my VIP mentorship that you guys can still register for free before those doors close. Also, if you guys have any friends, your relatives, your neighbors that don't speak English, send them to my Spanish channel, Conecto de Crédito. And also remember, all these videos, I'm trying to help you. I want to empower you guys. I want to help you understand your credit, build your credit, repair your credit, and go out there and leverage that credit. So always, guys, like, subscribe to my channel, give me a comment because that's what's going to help me. In this video, what we're going to talk about is what everybody thinks is the underdog credit union, which is PenFed. So everybody always comparing PenFed to Navy Federal. PenFed is amazing as well. It doesn't have as much products as Navy Federal, but it's a great credit union. And if you can't get into Navy Federal, it's very easy to get into PenFed. All you need to do is open a savings account with $5, deposit $5, and just open your checking and your savings account. And that's it. You're a member. Also, when I opened my PenFed account, as soon as I opened it, I did get a credit card from them. It wasn't that high, to be honest. It's, I expected a little bit more, but I did get the first time around $12,500. I would tell you guys, build a relationship before you do anything with them because you're probably going to end up getting a little bit more. But what we're going to be talking about in this video is how to get $50,000 in a line of credit with PenFed with no documentation. And I am proof of that because I got it. So I'm going to tell you guys that you guys can get it as well. But don't think you're just going to open the account, apply, and get it. You could, but they could ask you for documentation. So what I would tell you is the first thing you need to do is open, if you can, put direct deposit. Because remember, any bank, institution, credit union, they like to see that you're invested in them. Try to at least to have it, I would say a little bit over 3 months. Let them see that, you're invested in them, that you're not overdrafting, that money's coming in. Now, if you're only putting, let's say you're a person and all you get paid is maybe $200, $300 a week, and they see that and you're trying to go for the $50,000, that might make it a little bit impossible, or they might ask for some documentation. So you guys got to be, smart. You got to be creative when it comes to credit. So I would tell you, start putting your money in, start depositing. If you can, at least for that time, make it your number one bank. And make sure that, right before you're about to apply for that credit line, don't change your employment. Don't change your address. Don't change anything. You want to make sure to have everything across the board exactly as when you applied. Because if you apply and you put something different that was not when you first opened the account 3 months prior, that might make the algorithm bump, and then they might go into a manual review and ask you for documentation. So again, the first thing I'm going to tell you, review your credit, make sure that everything's intact, nothing's reported late, because sometimes we have things, maybe it can be a collection from, something we didn't pay for, $80, $40, and it's in our credit and we don't even realize it. And that can make us get denied. So the first thing I'm going to tell you, check your credit, make sure that everything's on point. Make sure that it doesn't look like you're struggling in your credit. You want to try if it's possible to be under 10% utilization. And this credit line is amazing because let's say you want to consolidate something. This is the way to go. Their APR is just as good as Navy Federal. I believe it's like 8.99. So it's pretty low. And their terms go from 12 months to 60 months. So that's a year to 5 years, up to 5 years. And the great thing about this is it has no pre-penalty. So if you decide a month later, or hey, you won the lottery and you want to pay it off, there's no pre-penalty. So that's awesome because a lot of loans, you don't realize it, but they do have pre-penalties. Also, if you guys want to make like an extra payment, you can. Just make sure you make your payment. Make sure that you see it posted, and then you can send them another, and it'll probably go completely directly into the principal, okay, not the interest. When I got this loan, they did pull my Equifax. I've heard some people say Experian, but if you want, you can probably freeze Experian, freeze TransUnion, and just force them to do that Equifax pull, especially that they do use Equifax. Another thing I'm going to tell you with them is anytime that you are going to apply for this loan, they do have the pre-qualification tool. Use it first, see where you're at, see what the interest is going to be, and see if that's something that works for you before you even do everything, before you proceed. And then if you do agree, that's when they're going to do that hard pull for you. Okay. But again, PenFed is an amazing credit union. It's very easy to get in. If you do get approved for this loan, the first time, if this is your first time with this loan, they're going to send you a check. You'll probably receive it 3 to 7 days, max 10 days. You know, it all depends. If it's the second time around, then they're going to put it directly into your account, which is game changer. Imagine getting approved and having that money in your account in 24 hours. So that's amazing. With PenFed, also, they do have some credit cards. They don't have business credit cards or a business account. So that's, the only thing that Navy Federal does have. Not that Navy Federal has the best business credit card, but, they do offer that $25,000 business credit card. But I would tell you, if you guys are trying to look right now for a loan and you want something that's not going to probably ask you for documentation, or if it does, I actually had a client that I helped, and the only thing it asked them for was the pay stubs. It didn't make them sign the 4506, which is the tax paper that, they can ask for your transcripts. All they wanted was the pay stubs, and they were approved. So I would definitely tell you to look at PenFed. I have several people that have gotten this loan. It starts anywhere from $600 to $50,000. So, if you're struggling with your credit, you probably could get approved if you've already built that relationship with PenFed, but don't expect to get $50,000. We got to be realistic. Now, if you're a person that got a loan with them, maybe for $25,000, you paid it off, you paid it off on time or before, then the next time you might get those $50,000 with them. So, like I said, don't think of PenFed like the underdog, because they're really not the underdog. They're very competitive, and they're definitely there to help you. Also, with PenFed, when you're ready to apply for this loan, there's 3 ways you can do it. You can do it online. You can call them. They have good customer service, and they answer your phone. They're very pleasant. They're there to help you. Or you can do it so online on the phone. Excuse me. And you can also fill out the application. Okay, so it all depends which way you want to do it. It's up to you. I personally like to do it online. That's the best way to do it. I don't really like to call. I feel that when you call any bank or institution, unless you're dealing already with a bank relationship manager and they know you and stuff, they might ask you for more questions. So always try to do the application online. If it jumps, then at that point, you might have to talk to somebody. But like I said, if everything across the board, is uniform, you've had your employment, you look stable on paper, you look fundable, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get those $50,000 in that bag. And imagine $50,000 that you can use for whatever you need, for a business, a down payment of a house, your kid's wedding, college, whatever you need is amazing. And 8.99 APR is incredible. It's pretty low. Like I said, it's competitive with Navy Federal. So sometimes, we have to look at the underdogs. We have to look at other credit unions, other banks. Sometimes we think that only the tier one or the Chase or the Bank of America, that's where we're going to get the bag. And sometimes you might be surprised, but wherever you're not looking, that's who's going to help you more, and it's going to help you get more money. So, let's do our homework. Let's do our due diligence. Like I said, I'm not an attorney. I don't give advice. We're here to learn from each other. And the way we do it is educating ourselves. And once again, I finished this video, and, already the data points can change. So like I always tell everybody, go out there, and even if I tell you or anybody else tells you, do your homework. Get on the computer and do your homework before you apply for any credit. And like I always say, don't apply for credit just to apply. Analyze what you need the money for, the loan, the credit card, before you apply, because that's the best way and the smartest way to do it. Because you also don't want to end up with hard increase for credit products that you don't need, guys. Okay. Remember, my name is Jackie. I'm here to help you. Join my free mentorship. Trust me, we're going to start going in live. I started building out those classrooms. Imagine everything you're getting right now with templates, information, banks, you know, templates for credit repair, the best bonuses. You know, people make $10,000, $11,000 a year in bank bonuses. I got all the info in there for free.